Markets on air with a focus on mobility. Electric highways, high-powered trucks. This current collector is powering a semi-truck. The semi is getting its electricity from overhead cables instead of a battery. Hidden away in the eastern German state of Brandenburg, the Siemens Corporation is testing the e-highway, a system designed for electrified road freight transport. The idea is to transfer familiar railway technology to trucks on the road. The vehicles are provided with an intelligent current collector and a hybrid engine.
This system doubles our efficiency, and that drastically reduces CO2 emissions, helping to clean up the air.
Unlike trains, trucks on the road remain flexible. For example, when passing other vehicles or driving on non-electrified routes. The new system could also save money on infrastructure.
With railways, the tracks alone make up 90 to 95% of the costs. Electrification makes up the rest. We already have the roads, and we'd already save money by electrifying the ones we have.
The low emissions technology could be especially useful for logistics companies traveling on regular routes. Electric highways are still in the test phase. The German government is looking for suitable public roads to implement the system. They want to find out whether or not e-highways will become a part of the infrastructure landscape.
Automated driving, the Mercedes-Benz future bus. A steering wheel that steers by itself at speeds of up to 70 kilometers an hour. It's not for everyone, but Daimler engineers are keeping their cool. This vehicle is equipped for automated driving. That means we have a driver on board who monitors the system, but the vehicle drives completely on its own. It reaches destinations independently. It opens and shuts doors and drives away from destinations by itself. It can navigate the whole route independently. Even if someone walks in front of the bus, the onboard computer responds with gentle braking. The issue of security will decide the fate of automated driving. That's why the Daimler bus is loaded with technology. Radar, video cameras, and a GPS system. The bus even communicates with traffic lights via radio waves. Even so, typical inner-city traffic is still too much for the autonomous bus to handle. It needs clearly marked bus lanes. After 1 year of experimentation, Daimler has now presented its concept to the public. The future bus is still a prototype, but Daimler thinks demand for self-driving buses will grow along with the world's rapidly growing cities. City planners around the world are looking at ways for buses to handle more inner-city transport. The advantage of bus lanes is that they're relatively quick and inexpensive to create, compared to subways, which are very expensive and take many years to build. That's why Daimler wants to get its self-driving buses out on the road as quickly as possible.
€270 billion. That's how much Germany wants to invest in roads, rail, and waterways by 2030. The German government has agreed to a new transportation infrastructure plan that encompasses 1,000 projects. Around 70% of them are aimed at infrastructure maintenance, with 30% going toward expansion and new construction.
Top 10 in innovation. For the first time ever, a UN study has put Germany among the top 10 most innovative countries in the world. The authors examined 128 countries and praised Germany for the high quality of its innovations and its rising expenditures for research and development.
Exports up again. German exports rose again in the first half of the year. The country sold more than €600 billion worth of goods made in Germany abroad, a 1.4% increase on the previous year. Demand was greatest from countries outside the Eurozone, like the UK, while exports to China, Brazil, and Turkey were lower this year.
Seaports. They are the gateway to global trade, and seaports play a key role in the export-oriented German economy. After all, 90% of global trade takes place along sea routes. The largest German port is by far Hamburg. Last year, 120,000 tons of goods passed through the city. That's more than twice the amount handled in Bremerhaven, Germany's second biggest port. Wilhelmshaven is the third largest, followed by Rostock and Lübeck, which are especially important for trade with countries in the Baltic Sea region. Many ports have been hit by the economic slowdown in China and the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Still, experts predict a further increase in container shipping in the coming years. The ships are getting bigger too, and that means port operators need to invest more to make room for the new generation of mega container ships. And that was Markets on Air.